Hey, it's our Penalized Math Industry, and we are going to explain the midpoint formula. So we're going to do a scenario on why we need the midpoint formula and how we can solve it. So the scenario is there are 2 points on a graph. So let's pretend this is a graph. There's a point here and a point here. There's a point here and a point there. The problem is there's a distance between the two, but we want to find what the middle distance is. Like, we already understand that the halfway mark of a 400-meter track, because I run track, is 200. We could also use the median we can also use the distance formula to calculate it on a number line. So this is going to be a simple warm-up. So what is the middle point, or what's the midpoint of -10 and +4? If we find the difference between the two, we could say it's 14. So we can write an equation that's 2x equals 14, because when you have a midpoint, it will get you two congruent segments or lines. Well, not lines, because lines can take you forever. So divide by 2, 14 divided by 2 is 7. So we have to add 7 this way and subtract 7 that way. When we get the middle point of -10 and 4, we're going to get -3. So the midpoint of -10 and +4, the halfway mark is 3. So that was an easy way to understand what the midpoint is in a nutshell. Going back to the original problems, this is what the graph looks like. So it looks like we got a problem. We have one point right here, and we got a point right here. The first point is going to be -6, +5. We're going to say that's point number 1. And we're going to say that this is x and y as coordinates. The other point is going to be 2, 3. +2, +3. And we're going to say that's point 2. It doesn't matter which point you call 1 or 2, because you'll still get the same answer, because you're trying to find what is the middle point right here. So what is that point right there? There is a formula we can talk about, and there is a way we can find the midpoint in just a few steps. The formula is going to be the x variable of your first coordinate plus the x variable of your second coordinate divided by 2. But then we have to do the first coordinate of our y variable, add that by the second y of your y variable, second coordinate of your y variable, divide by 2. And they should be parentheses, because they must be just like a point on a graph. They act like a coordinate, but a lot bigger. So midpoint is going to equal this. Let's see what happens and find the middle distance. So we can say -6 plus 2. That's because here's the first x, and here is the second x. Then we have to divide by 2. On the other side, we have to do y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So we have to say y1 and y2. So now it will say 5 plus 3 divided by 2. Let's simplify. Let's start with this one first because that was our x side. So negative 6 plus 2 is going to be negative 4. Negative 4 divide that by 2 is going to be negative 2. Now let's try the y side. Why does this happen? So 5 plus 3 is going to be 8. Divide by 2. And that's going to be 4. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Combine and smash them together. And we're going to get an answer of negative 2 comma 4 as a coordinate. Let's test it out. Yes, we did it. We have now found the middle distance and the midpoint. We've also found what the point is and also found out what the halfway mark is. I hope this video has helped you understand the midpoint formula and how to calculate it on a graph. Thank you for watching California Airlines Math Industry. Like and subscribe.